Today we have a look at a Friends-inspired house for sale, ads on TikTok, and much more.
We have today's weather forecast with Madison and a look at sports with Eli.
Today is Thursday, May 5th, 2022. It's Cinco de Mayo.
We are live from Shroyer's broadcast Studio H12 on the campus of Bradley Central High School, and you are watching Vox News Today.
Welcome. I'm Alex Wingard.
And I'm Amber Filyaw.
In China, the streets of the capital Beijing appeared eerily empty as the city finds itself in the midst of mass COVID testing measures. Despite cases being relatively low, authorities there will be conducting a sixth round of mass testing for some 20 million residents on Thursday. This is all in a bid to avoid a Shanghai-style lockdown. But despite these efforts, people have expressed their frustrations over the restrictions, which also include the closure of many
Brief clashes broke out at the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound in Jerusalem on Thursday. At least 6 groups of Jews visited the site for Thursday morning, with Israeli Independence Day. Israeli police escorted away a young man carrying an Israeli flag. Jerusalem police said dozens of rioters had been shouting incitement and throwing rocks and other objects at the police forces before entering the mosque. Jerusalem police said one officer was injured in the clashes. The Palestinian Red Crescent reported no injuries. The site is currently tense but not violent.
Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida has condemned Russia's decision to ban 63 Japanese officials, including himself, from entering the country. Kishida made those remarks during a state in Rome, where he blamed Moscow for being responsible for breaking down. Russia's invasion of Ukraine is a clear violation of international law, and the killing of a large number of innocent civilians is a serious violation of international humanitarian law and a war crime, end quote, he told reporters.
At least 3 people were hurt after a collapse at a construction site in Boston. According to officials, police received a report of multiple people trapped at the Edison Power Plant building in South Boston after a floor collapsed Wednesday. It took about 100 firefighters to free one worker trapped for hours. He has life-threatening injuries. 2 others had already been taken to the hospital. Authorities have not identified the victims and no word on what led up to the collapse. The site was an old coal-fired power plant that operated for more than a century before being decommissioned in 2006. Construction is underway to develop the into retail, housing, and commercial space.
A family is outraged after they say a teacher's aide cut their special needs son's hair without permission and for no apparent reason. On Tuesday, Royston got a call from the principal of Elizabeth Elementary School telling her that a teacher cut her 5-year-old son's hair. Jax, who was special needs in school with 2 long braids. Royston says several inches from both the snip pieces, apparently placed into a bag when she. In a letter sent to parents on Wednesday, the school's parents the aide would not be allowed on campus. The parents have pulled their son out of the school and plan to take legal action against the teacher's aide.
20-year-old David Waitley is charged with second-degree murder in the death of his 8-month-old daughter, Nova. Police say the baby was left in a car for hours Tuesday when it reached 86 degrees outside. Snellville police and the FBI say Whately went into the police department without his daughter to pick up a gun that had been seized in a previous case. They ran a background check before turning over the firearm and discovered Whately had a warrant for a misdemeanor probation violation related to a hit and run with no insurance. They took him into custody and say not once did he mention his baby out in the car. Almost 7 hours later, Nova's grandmother found her in the car and took the baby to the hospital, where she was pronounced dead.
The Seneca County Sheriff's Office responded to several fires inside of a gas station. When they went inside, they found a 1-year-old covered in flammable liquid. Authorities also found a 4-year-old with head injuries inside the cab of a tractor trailer. Both children are expected to make full recoveries. 2 men were immediately detained at the scene. Jamie Avery Jr. is now facing several charges, including attempted murder, arson, and endangering the welfare of a child. Charges against the other man are expected in the near future. Meanwhile, the incident is still under investigation. And now let's check on our weather. Madison, what can you tell us?
Warm and sunny today, cooler temperatures and thunderstorms tomorrow. Stay tuned for today's weather update and much more right after this break.
Wow, college already.
Yeah. We gotta go.
I love you.
I love you too, Daddy. And thanks for everything.
Gratitude. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
That sounds awful. Seriously, awful.
But a lot better than last week.
We weren't born to follow. Final round. Fight.
Welcome back. I'm Madison Johnston with your with your weather for today. Let's go ahead and take a look at our weather at a glance. Right now in Cleveland, it is 58 degrees with a high listed today for 87 and a low of 68, with the precipitation listed at 6% with winds 3 miles per hour. Humidity is listed at 95% right now with a dew point of 56 degrees Fahrenheit. The visibility is 9 miles and the UV index is 0 out of 10. Now let's look at our local radar. Right now there's no precipitation in the area, which will be changing into tomorrow. And now let's look at our national radar. Like I said, the rain will be moving in tomorrow, which right now it is in Michigan. And now let's look at our 7-day. Friday we'll have thunderstorms with a high of 77 and a low of 56. Saturday we will have cloudy skies with a high of 66 and a low of 52 with a cold front moving in. Sunday, we will have partly cloudy skies with a high of 78 and a low of 53. Monday, we will return to a high of 85 with mostly sunny skies with a low of 60. Tuesday, we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 86 and a low of 44. And Wednesday, we'll have partly cloudy skies again with a high of 87 and a low of 61. That's all I have for weather, and now here's Eli with your sports.
I have news on the Atlanta Braves and the MLF and more right this break.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm wrong. You're the one who misrepresented the facts.
Are you kidding?
Your proposal's ludicrous.
My proposal will go exactly the way I say it will.
My dead body.
I think somebody needs a timeout.
Oh, that's the power of one.
Civility. Pass it on.
One grain of sand can turn the tide.
I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike one. I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike two. I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike three. Wow! I'm the greatest pitcher in the world!
Optimism. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Welcome back. I'm Eli, done with your sports. With more than 500 pros and pro anglers on hand, the Major League Fishing Toyota Series Central Division will call it a wrap this week on Lake Chickamauga, hosted by Chattanooga Sports. The three-day tournament is the third and final event of the season for the Toyota Series Central Division of anglers, who will be finishing for a top season prize of $95,000 On the pro side, pro anglers paid a $1,700 entry fee. Co-anglers paid $550 each to compete. All anglers fish Thursday and Friday, but only the top 10 anglers will compete on the final day, Saturday. Adam Duvall hit a 2-run double during Atlanta's 7-run 6th inning, and the Braves beat the New York Mets 9-2 on Wednesday. Dansby Swanson, Ralda King Jr. added RBI singles in Atlanta's biggest inning of the season. Travis d'Arnaud walked with the bases loaded, and Matt Olson capped the outburst with a run-scoring ground out. That is all for sports. Stay tuned for more news with Alex and Amber right at this break.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
We broke Old Man Hennessy's window.
Correction, dude. You broke. I just threw the ball.
This is really bad. What are we gonna do? Dude, kiss your life goodbye.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Keep smiling, keep shining. No,
Hi. Tell him it was an accident, and we can fix the window. I'll come with you.
that's what friends are for.
Welcome back.
An Alabama church that was the center of the voting rights movement in the 1960s is now eaten up by termites and damaged by water leaks. Brown Chapel AME Church in Selma tops this year's list of endangered historic places from the National Trust for Historic Preservation. The nonprofit organization based in Washington, D.C. works to highlight and preserve areas that are in danger of being lost. A Brown Chapel member says the church shut down at the start of the pandemic and members found extensive damage when they returned.
A draft Supreme Court opinion suggesting the right to abortion will be overturned is highlighting the risk to Black and Hispanic women. Associated Press research shows that if the court allows states to ban abortions, minority women will bear the brunt of it. In conservative states that already limit access to abortions, Black and Hispanic women are far more likely than white women to have an abortion. That's why advocates say they'll have the most to lose if abortion is outlawed in those states.
Residents of a progressive Memphis neighborhood are outraged over controversial stickers on their traffic signs. The group White Lives Matter put them there to further their initiative. In a statement, White Lives Matter says they are an anonymous, legal, and peaceful initiative started in April of 2021. They say their purpose is to protect white children and avoid extinction. So they do that by distributing stickers that read White Lives Matter, have white babies, and it's okay to be white.
Two heroic sheriff's deputies in Tennessee were hospitalized after saving two children who were trapped inside a burning home on Monday afternoon, authorities said. Deputies Zach Fortner and Cody Evans arrived at the house fire on Briarwood Road in Montgomery County within minutes of receiving the call and discovered two children still trapped inside. The quick-thinking deputies used a ladder to climb into a bedroom window and find the children as smoke filled the home, according to authorities. All four were able to escape the house fire.
Chattanooga police have identified and arrested a suspect in the fatal shooting of a 21-year-old man that happened Tuesday evening in a Hickory Valley Road apartment complex. Police say that 26-year-old Addison Foster is now in custody at the Silverdale Detention Facility and has been charged with criminal homicide. Using evidence at the crime scene, police were able to find information about the suspect, later finding him and placing him in custody. Chattanooga police ask anyone with information regarding this incident to call 423-698-2525 or submit a tip via the CPD mobile app. You can remain anonymous.
It would be a great weekend to take Mom out to eat for Mother's Day. Most restaurants in the Tennessee Valley had wonderful inspections this week. A lack of good hygiene habits caused one restaurant to fail its inspection. Takoyaki Japanese restaurant in Cleveland scored a 56. The inspector says containers of food were stored on the floor of the cooler. Single-use containers were seen being cleaned and sanitized and used again, and other containers were being stacked wet. The inspector saw employees not washing their hands in between working with dirty dishes and handling clean dishes multiple times in between re-entering from the outside.
New York was glistening with stars of the Hollywood variety Monday night. The annual Met Gala drew some of the biggest names in film, television, and fashion. The gala's red carpet is known for celebs showing off their eclectic and bold sartorial styles, and 2022 did not disappoint, with the theme Gilded Glamour and White Tie depicting the opulence of the late 19th century. While the gala boasts a who's who of attendees, the red carpet isn't the main event. It is just a precursor to the event, which is a fundraiser for the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute.
Hardcore fans of the classic TV show Friends may want to check out a house up for grabs in Ohio. This place in Dayton is designed just like the apartment owned by Monica Geller's character. The replica has purple and blue walls, just like it did on the TV set, and even features a mini clawfoot tub similar to the one in Monica's bathroom. It also has a new furnace, water heater, and air conditioner. No word on if there is a pizza-loving neighbor across the hall or an, quote, ugly naked guy, end quote, living across the street. The agent selling the home said she repeatedly watched the show and got the house to look as close to the show's apartment as possible. The asking price is $162,000.
The Hamilton County District Attorney's Office received a letter on Monday from Chattanooga Clergy for Justice asking for the DA's assistance and requesting that the Department of Justice investigate what they believe is an excessive use of force during a traffic stop by a Collegeville police officer. The group is also asking for an investigation by the DOJ into allegations of multiple crimes being committed at the Silverdale Detention Center, which is operated by the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office. Since the first of the year, there have been several rapes inside Silverdale, as well as a stabbing, an alleged severe beating, and reports of multiple drug overdoses.
An employee at Family Dollar, 2101 East 3rd Street, told police that around 12:35 p.m. a man with a blue jacket, black shirt, black jeans, and white shoes took several items from the business. He said the vehicle the man got into was a maroon Cadillac Escalade and the back passenger window was knocked out. He said when the man walked out the store, he had stuff in his pants and all he saw him carrying was a couple of containers of Clorox wipes. He said the man stole about $30 worth of items from the store. He said the man was in his late 20s or early 30s, 6'2" and about 145 to 150 pounds. He said there was a woman driving the vehicle, but he did not have a description of her. Video footage is not available at this time due to the lack of access by the staff of the store.
TikTok is launching an ad program that will let marketers buy ad spots in the top 4% of videos and allow select creators to receive a cut of the revenue, the company said on Wednesday at its New Fronts presentation in New York. Creators with at least 100,000 followers on TikTok will be allowed to participate in the ad program called TikTok Pulse, but it's not immediately clear what the revenue share will look like. Marketers, meanwhile, will be able to purchase ads next to top videos across 12 categories, including beauty and fashion, cooking, and gaming.
Here's a reason to party on a Thursday. It's Cinco de Mayo. Every year on the 5th of May, Americans celebrate Mexican-American heritage and pride. The United States Congress issued a proclamation in 2005 calling on Americans to observe Cinco de Mayo. Most people do so by enjoying a Mexican-themed meal and drinks like tacos and sangria. You can also explore Mexican culture, music, dance, and film.
We are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube through our channel, BCHS VOX News.
You will also find more online at our website, voxnews.net.
Reminder to like, subscribe, share, and tune in.
You just can't get enough Vox.
That is all we have for you today from Studio H12 at Bradley Central.
And as always,
God bless and go Bears.